What's going on, everybody? It's Kyle here at All Dogs, and today we are going to be installing another Bilstein TerraSport lift, and this time it'll be on a 21 Plus Bronco Sport. It looks pretty straightforward. We got all the instructions. As I go through, I'll talk torque specs and what to take off and what to do, but yeah, we're just going to hop right into it. So we're going to start with the rears. The rears are universal. There's no left or right, unlike the front. I'll get to those in a minute. Rears, just pretty straightforward. Looks like we just got to take a couple bolts off and swap the top hat. Otherwise, the fronts, they are side specific. This one is the front right. You'll notice when you go to take it off, there's brackets for varying pieces, sway bar link, brake line bracket, and I think this is for another ABS line. But yeah, we're going to start on the rear and then we will work to the front. If you need to know, the lug nuts are 19 mil. All right, so the rear is super simple. All you need is a 15 mil socket, an 18 mil socket. You may need an extension up here. There's two bolts here that are 15. There's two bolts up here that for this front controller that are 15, and then these two are 18. The only other thing you have to do, it looks like, is there is a wire clip right here on the inside of the frame here. We do have to pop that out, but other than that, it's pretty straightforward from the looks of it. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay, these are the same length, so okay. All right, you're good. Okay, so the shock bushing and the control arm bushing here have these little nuts. These are just lock nuts that Ford's pretty well known for using. This is going to be for the front bushing, and then this one here is for your shock. So that just the angled one goes towards the wheel. A little dirty, not a big deal. These just simply, this is what the spring piece looks like. It just simply slides in and there's a locating pin. If I can see it, there we go. And then this guy just sits right on top like that. And we just reinsert the spring. All right, so now you got the spring removed. Simply pop the shock out. Two. And then should just drop out now. Sweet, okay, easy enough. And then you'll reuse this piece for sure. All right, so this tiny nut that holds the top part on this shock is a 10 mil. It came apart pretty easily. And then you will transfer your boot, dust boot, and everything over. Okay, so the little 10 mil nut that comes on the factory shock will be set aside, and Bilstein supplies a 13 mil nylock nut. This will be in the hardware with your control arm, or the front control arm bolts. You just simply replace it, and then like I said, this one's a 13. So throw it on. You don't have to get too crazy with it. It's not anything special. And then simply slide your boot back into place. You have the factory cap, it just goes right back on the top also, and it goes on one way. There's like a little notch there, so there's that. So we'll set these aside and we will take care of the front control arm spacers now. All right, so next we're going to install these. They go up here in the front. You're going to take here in the front of the control arm, they're vertical bolts, and you'll just need an extension. I'm pretty sure they're 15. I'm gonna double check, but there's right here. Replacement bolt is a 22 mil. spring goes in, that guy goes to the top.
I just played it on my laptop. Yeah. I played mostly on my phone because it was easier, but
We'll get the shock in real quick. You hush over there. All right. All right. Shock bolt in. This guy. Proper tool, everything goes into place. Sweet. Okay, watch. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't terrible. It's just figuring out what needs to do what. Okay, next wheel. So the rear is temporarily done. We got to switch wheels and tires on it. Once it's on the ground, we'll torque everything. But as of right now, it's all bolted together. We're gonna do the front. Obviously take your wheels off and we'll go from there when I get them off. Okay, so now that we're at the front, just kind of walk through everything real quick. So there is get your light here. There's an 8mm bolt here that has to come out. And then if you come over here on this side, this appears to pull off just like so. And then there's a black clip here that pries out with a pry tool. This is going to be an 18. If it's stuck, apparently this is a T40. If you need to hold that to get the nut off, these are clean enough. I assume I won't need it. And then these two bolts are 21. Appears these have to be pounded out. So when you get these loose, you'll put the nut back on and hammer them out, because you will need a hammer to get those out. So usually I put stuff back, but with these, since they come out, we're just gonna leave them out. Come on. There we go. Whew. See, 18 for the sway bar link.
while Kyle's working down there, in order to access the top of the strut here, you need to remove some of this plastic. So there's a bunch of little plastic clips right here, and then this piece will come off. And then I believe, although this might be attached to that, I don't know. Either way, you got to get this plastic piece off to expose the other couple of bolts that are on the top of there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this off while he gets working down there.
Really? Japers. All right. But un, dos. You're good. And at that point, the strut falls out. All right. Top hat. Here's the triangle is not all lateral, so the QR code on the driver's side is towards the front. So these things have to be primed according to the instructions, so it's as simple as just pushing them all the way down and then let them come up. Apparently I have to do this like 4 times. I've already done it once on this one, so okay. It's not ideal. Jeepers. There's some.
Oh, the top one?
Yeah, I left the one top one in. Hold on. I gotta get the sway bar link in for you.
Go back together. That was pretty quick.
Yeah, this side's, these are a little bit easier, it appears. Okay, it's good for now. Yeah. Okay, so because of the way the TerraSports are built, you have to pull both sides out at the same time, because it'll bind on the sway bar link over there. Sway bar link has to be able to move to get into these mounts, and because of that, the driver's side one would not, we couldn't get the arm to drop low enough because of that, and also because you got to fight the bushings. But either way, pulling out the lower control arm, just know you have to take both of them out to get install them.
There it goes. Just get the bottom line.
Yeah. Yay, first. Okay.
There you go.
Phew. That was a little bit of a fight. All right. This side is installed for the most part. We'll tighten it up, but let's go finish the other strut real quick. All right, so we got both front struts installed now. We're just kind of buttoning everything up. The top bolts here are gonna be 44 pound-feet. At that point, with what we do, we just snug them down by hand. And then this piece will go in, and then it has just a Phillips head screw, and we'll do this on both sides, and we'll just put 6 clips on, and then when we get down to the bottom here, I'll walk through those torque specs, but I'm gonna finish top up quick. The front's super easy. It's 81 on both of these and this, your sway bar link, but these also call for another 120 degrees of rotation once you get to the 81. So we'll do that in a minute, but I'm gonna mount this quick and we'll get this all buttoned up. Okay, so another 120 is gonna be almost. Let's go 2 of those. Oh my God, that's a lot. Okay, that's good. That's another 120 degrees. It's a lot. Yep. Okay. Next side. Not a big fan of that. And this won't be bad because I can go up with it. Okay, good enough. 120 degrees is wild. And okay, so we're on the rear now. 4 of your 6 bolts that you touched are all going to be 81 pound-feet. 2 are 81, these 2 are 81, and then these 2 up here are 129. You have to have the weight of the vehicle on this one and these 2, so we're going to wait. We're going to get on the ground with wheels on it before we touch those, but you can do these 2 now. Just there's nothing that's required of them of it needing to be weighted, so we'll just do these 2 real quick. Okay. 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 All right. Phew. Okay, so we attempted to put the wheels on and realized you cannot get to the knuckle bolt on this bushing bolt here. So what we have done is we have lowered the vehicle down on jack stands to what is roughly ride height. It is off the lift now just a hair. So we're gonna torque everything here, and then we'll put the wheels on. Once everything's torqued, I should say, then we'll lift it back up, put the wheels on, and then we'll set it on the ground. It'll come down a little bit as you drive it, but
Way taller. Way more than an inch.
all right, so wheels and tires are on. It is on the ground. I'm gonna give you hub defender measurements front and rear. We didn't measure at the beginning, but if we at least give you hub defender afterwards, it'll tell you where yours should land. At front, we have right at 19, and then the rear is 20. So you get less factory rake, but you still have an inch of rake, which is ideal for what we do. We'll have to hear feedback on ride quality, but they're Bilstein, so they should ride pretty good. But overall, a couple kind of oddball things like with the rear, torquing the rear and stuff like that, but overall it wasn't too bad. We'll finish this one out here, and I don't know what our next video will be, but stick around and just follow the channel. Thanks.